Mizzou football held 13 spring practices in March, and after watching the open media sessions, here's 5 players that stuck out to me the most who might have earned themselves some more opportunities in the fall. First off, tight end Jude James, a sophomore. He came into Missouri last year as a freshman, positionless, just recruited as an athlete after playing wide receiver, tight end, and safety in high school. He was a willing blocker, absolutely, in high school, but he needed to put on some more size to be able to block in the SEC. He came into the program last year at 200 pounds and is now up to 222, and Eli Drinkwitz has been really impressed with his growth. Next up, switching things over to the defensive side of the ball, which Drinkwitz said was well ahead of offense for most of the spring practices, which makes sense considering the experience this defense has. However, there was 2 younger guys that stood out for this side of the ball as well, with linebackers Jeremiah Beasley and Nicholas Rodriguez. Now, Rodriguez had an impressive freshman season. He saw the field quite a bit, even filling in at starting inside linebacker against UMass when Missouri was dealing with some injuries. So he had an impressive freshman season, and it seems like he's continuing to take those steps. Jeremiah Beasley didn't play as much last year, but he was a 4-star recruit out of high school, and it seems like after playing a lot of special teams last year, he's going to be able to earn himself a role defensively. And then finally, moving things over to the secondary, another guy who had an impressive freshman season and looking to build off that is safety Trajan Greco. Drinkwitz believes he led the team in takeaways over these spring practices. Again, we saw him, compared to any other freshman, we saw Trajan Greco quite a bit out there, really dynamic free safety, and he's in a crowded safety room. You have Marvin Burks and Jalen Catalon probably as your starters. You have Northern Illinois transfer Santana Banner. You have Virginia Tech transfer Mose Phillips III in there, who might play in that star role, might play closer in the box. So this is a very versatile skill set in that safety room, and Trajan Greco has absolutely earned the right to get some opportunities in that room though. Now, to round things out, cornerback Stephen Hall also got some opportunities this spring. He's transferring over from Washington State, and Missouri is really losing quite a bit of depth at that cornerback spot. So Hall was Washington State's boundary corner last year, their starting boundary corner. Missouri's #1 boundary corner, Drayden Norwood, was banged up over the spring. Doesn't seem like it's going to be any long-term concern, but that did allow Stephen Hall to get into that rotation with Nick DeLoach and Toriana Pride, who from the practices I were at, it looked like Pride and DeLoach were still rotating time there, about 50-50 like they were in the season. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. At the very least, Stephen Hall has proven himself to be a top depth guy in that cornerback room. So those are my 5 players that took out during spring practice for Mizzou.